Hello, this is Dr. J, back with some more Let's Play Command and Conquer Red Alert. After we decimated a Soviet Iron Curtain research facility, let's see what is next on the docket for us. So we get a nice little video of, I think that was a cruiser, locking onto some targets. We don't get a briefing video this time, just another text blurb. Tells us, interception of Soviet communique indicates their Iron Curtain research was set back by espionage. Excellent work, Commander. Communique was traced back to secret Soviet base in Bornholm. Investigate possible connection with Iron Curtain research. Capture radar center. Alright, here's the mission where we have to capture the radar dome. And destroy sub-production capability. Confirmation code 1138, transmission ends. So we are following up on the heels of the previous mission to continue wiping out the enemy's research. Though ultimately the enemy is going to get the Iron Curtain operational despite our efforts, but presumably it's going to take them a lot longer than it would have done otherwise. So if nothing else, we're buying time before we have to deal with that. Though, as I said, it's really not that intimidating of a super weapon in this game. Pretty standard base building fare here for the most part. We do have a naval component that we have to deal with. And we have to get a spy into that one radar dome. But other than that, this mission is very by the numbers. It is vertically a tiny mission. But horizontally, it is wide. So, interesting dimensions on the map. Okay, and we're under somewhat more substantial attack than I expected so early, but it's just infantry, so it's no big deal, really. Also, they're just ignoring our base, so I don't know where they think they're going or what they're doing. Well done. Let's start scouting. Secure our immediate vicinity. Okay, we've got some enemy forces to deal with there. I'm going to go for a pretty aggressive economic opening and go straight for a second refinery. Hopefully I won't get punished too hard for that. Alright, let's do some micro with our ranger here. Keep him Q moving so that he can dodge the enemy grenades while getting off a lot of shots on them. Alright, let's pull him back to base. Alright, the enemy is pressing us a bit. But if we can survive these initial forays and get another refinery up and running, then cash will begin to flow. Oh, we got some more reinforcements while I wasn't paying attention. That'll be extremely helpful for holding off the early attacks. Okay, they're dropping off what is clearly a scripted paradrop and not a normal paradrop. I say that because it included flame soldiers, and normal paradrops never include flame soldiers, only riflemen. So that one was a mission script. Alright, now let's get a war factory up and running and start cranking out tanks for the usual tank push. No, this is quite funny. This guy's got some kind of jogging routine going on. Gotta get in that exercise, I guess. I think I will scatter these infantry around my base, use them in a defensive posture. I think I've said before, infantry are much better for defense than they are for attack. They're so fragile that on the attack they tend to just get obliterated by enemy base defenses and the like. Okay, our scout didn't make it very far. For that matter, Well, I'll send this ranger out to scout a bit. I don't know how far we'll be able to get. Island seems pretty locked down, so I'm guessing I won't be able to scout much unless I send a real force out. Oops, actually, let's build ore truck. And once we've got 2 refineries and 3 ore trucks, which is pretty good standard fare for early to mid-game missions, then I think we can start cranking out the army for the big attack. But yeah, clearly we're not going to be able to get very far with our scouts. So let's put the rangers on defensive duty as well. With some scattered infantry and rangers, they should be able to deal with enemy paradrops and other light attacks of that nature. Oh, okay, that is going to be a problem. Let's get up there with our armor. Okay, so the enemy is going to be doing landings, clearly. So, question is, are we going to want to actually build static defenses or just crank out tons of tanks and have a mobile defense force? That would be the more economical approach. I might actually build a service depot this time so I can keep my tanks in tip-top condition. I think for now I'm going to attempt to go with the mobile defense approach. Unit ready. Building. Rather than spending a lot of money on static defenses that won't help us when we go on the attack. Alright, whether that pays for itself will depend on how many tanks get damaged and then repaired. Haven't really seen much in the way of air attacks yet, except for that one paradrop. You know, in contradiction of what I just said, I might at least set up a pillbox here and here to deal with enemy infantry attacks. A couple of pillboxes aren't going to break the bank. Someone get that spot of ore there. It's right where I want to put my pillbox. So the enemy was attacking fairly aggressively, but the attacks seem to have cooled off for the time being. This harvester is starting to work on this field. We're going to have to secure it so he doesn't get wrecked by these heavy tanks. Oh, here comes another paradrop. Okay, bye. If he doesn't want to drop off guys in my base, that's fine with me. Alright, let's strike out. Let's do some recon and force. Okay, there's the radar dome we're going to want to get a spy into. So we'll go ahead and train up a spy. The enemy is not too happy with us attacking this little outpost. Alright, the way is clear. Get in there, spy. Good old Sean Connery. Alright, time to secure this ore field. That guy's pretty cheeky. He comes out to attack, then after doing one attack he runs away. Pretty irritating. Get wrecked, you. Okay, first objective met, right? Doesn't even bother to tell us that, but I'm pretty sure that's first objective met. Or did I have to capture it? What does it say? Communicate with Trace, investigate possible connection with our current research. Capture! I'm an idiot. We didn't need to get a spy into it, we need to capture it. Derp. Derpity derp derp. Now, ordinarily, getting a spy into a radar dome would at least give us a lot of vision of the enemy units. But this radar dome belongs to a different red faction than most of the enemy units, so we're not even getting that benefit. In terms of the internal mission logic, this probably belongs to Bad Guy, is the name of it, while the rest of the red units probably belong to USSR. And that was a pretty substantial infantry drop, my goodness. Look at all those. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with this. Looks like one pillbox is not enough. Hopefully 2 would do the job. Get down there, you lazy sod. And then, now that they're doing airstrikes with their yaks, we're gonna want some AA guns as well. So much for not having much in the way of static defenses this mission. Alright, let's get this down into the red. Okay, I think that'll do. Here we go. Get in there. I just heard a submarine. Oh, apparently that has revealed the location of enemy subs for some reason. Interesting. Okay, let's queue up all these guys for repair. I think we can just sell this now, and I don't think it matters if it gets destroyed either. Let me make a scum save just in case I'm wrong. Mission saved. But I'm pretty sure. Yep, game doesn't care. Once we've captured it, we're good. One more AA gun. Oh, there's my cat's automated feeder. Okay. Now just continue pumping out the tanks for the big tank push as per usual protocol. Yeah, the enemy is attacking pretty aggressively. They are certainly more aggressive in Red Alert than they are in Command and Conquer. At least for the most part. Which is good. It's fun when the enemy is constantly attacking your base and there's action going on and it's more dynamic. As opposed to the enemy just politely standing back and letting you build up a big attack force unmolested. Oh, okay, there's a whole bunch of subs down here. Well, do what you can. Which is not much because my Q moving is pretty terrible there. However, at least this guy is close enough that we can get him with tanks. And since we can, we will. Still think it's pretty weird destroying submarines with tanks, but I'm more than happy to do it. He's out of range of those guys. Alright, this thing has definitely paid for itself after repairing all those tanks. It's so much more convenient to use when... Oh, cell is needed. Good lord. Not enough tanks built. Let's make a second war factory. But it's a lot more convenient to use the repair pad when you can just select a big group of guys and queue them all up instead of having to put them on there one at a time. I think it's time to start pushing out. Let's attack the enemy ore truck. Start going for economic victory. That will also lure their defenders out of their base and we'll be able to start taking them out piecemeal. Wow, that's a lot of ore trucks. We've got our work cut out for us, destroying all that. Okay, there's some serious enemy forces. Looks like we found the edge of the enemy base. You can see the very wide horizontal layout of the map. Okay, let's back off a bit. Make them come to us. When their harvesters come out... I'm going to use ore truck and harvester pretty interchangeably, as you've no doubt noticed. We'll wipe them out, the enemy will get angry, we'll destroy whatever reprisals they send. Oh, and if the V2s just want to drive up into melee, I'm perfectly happy to oblige them. It's not really what you're for, V2s. Let's go ahead and build another refinery. Really get our economy into high gear. Especially now that we can crank out the tanks faster since we have 2 war factories. It should make them very angry. Well, they're sending a few guys as reprisal. Okay, those are MiGs. The enemy already has MiGs, huh? It takes forever to get MiGs in the Soviet campaign. But I guess on the Allied side, they get them a lot earlier. In which case, it wasn't even particularly out of place that the enemy already had MiGs for the Fall of Greece campaign, I suppose. Well, let's retreat back to our AA guns then. Hopefully they'll shoot them down. And let's queue up some of these more badly hurt units for repairs.
Unit ready. Construction complete.
Here we go.
Cannot deploy here.
Sure you can. You just have to believe in yourself.
Building. Unit lost.
Dang. Oh man, they got the tank they were going for, and now they're going home. So they won't get destroyed by my other AA guns. Oh, that's irritating.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Preparing.
Affirmative.
Might as well continue advancing our line.
Building. Preparing.
Press forward.
Insufficient funds.
Conquer as we command. You know, I probably might as well just sell these refineries.
Yes, sir.
Take my guys, my ore trucks so long to get to them.
Acknowledged.
I'd prefer that they all drop off their ore there. Now, in Command and Conquer, that would confuse the heck out of the harvesters, so it wouldn't necessarily be a good move. I think the ore trucks in Red Alert should be a little bit smarter about it. Okay, I didn't mean to have you selected. Also, the ore trucks in Red Alert will automatically heal back up to half HP, which is very convenient. I have somewhat mixed feelings about it, but overall I certainly am not going to complain about that gameplay change. Okay, the MiGs are still coming out to play. I guess we must be within their defensive radius here. Which should mean if we pull back to here, it will fly over the AA gun and get shot down. MiGs are incredibly fragile.
Construction. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
I still think it's bizarre how the Soviets have complete air superiority for some reason.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
You would think the Allies would have something more than just the longbows. Not that there's anything wrong with the longbows, they're a decent unit, but...
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Oh, hi Jolene, my cat has decided to join us.
Vehicle reporting. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Preparing.
So which side are you on, Jolene? Allies or Soviets?
Funds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She says whichever side gives her cat treats.
Insufficient funds.
She's pretty mercenary like that. Huh.
On hold.
How is it that we're either silos needed or insufficient funds? This feels odd.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to finish repairing these guys. And actually, you know what? Let's just push out right now.
Yes, sir.
Ugh.
Prepared.
I don't want to select all my ore trucks.
Preparing.
Get wrecked, you pilots.
Yes, sir.
As I said, I'm not a huge fan of the mechanic where pilots parachute into your base when they get shot down.
Affirmative.
It's just more annoying than anything.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building. Unit prepared.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Alright, we have angered them. They are coming out to respond to our attack on their ore truck. We haven't destroyed it yet. Tons of infantry. But our tanks are so fast, we'll just squish them all over the place. There we go. Excellent. And honestly, this is a big enough tank swarm. I think we can just roll over their base now.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Vehicle.
There's not really a lot of thought involved. Build a lot of refineries, build a couple war factories, crank out 8 bazillion tanks. Doesn't stop it from being fun, but yeah, there's not a huge amount of variety in how to win these base building missions most of the time, which is why I tend to like the non-base building missions, so that we get some diversity in the kinds of tactics we have to use. Okay, if the enemy is selling their buildings, I think that means they're low on money. We'll take some fairly heavy casualties from the Tesla coils, but not nearly enough to stop a tank swarm of this size.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Another strategy is to build a big fleet of destroyers and attack this base from the sea, but I just find that kind of a pain, especially because there's a bunch of subs you have to fight your way through. Alright, let's start wiping out their power farm. Take those Teslas offline. Keep moving so that we squash infantry as incidental damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they think they have a power farm down here. That's why their Teslas aren't offline yet. Oh, and they have another construction yard. Wow, 2 construction yards.
Yes, sir.
Alright, looks like they're low power now. Oh. My game just crashed. That's very irritating. Okay, great. I'm gonna have to replay most of this mission then, aren't I? Well, rejoin you in a bit. Well, that was annoying and kind of unusual. Ordinarily, Red Alert is very stable for me, so don't really expect to get crashes. But I pretty quickly fought my way back to this point, so hopefully it won't crash on us again. We'll take out the power farm like we were in the middle of doing. Take out the construction yard. Alright, clearly their Tesla coils are offline. Just in case we need to do a naval mop-up, I'm going to go ahead and... well, I think I want one more power plant so that my power situation is not quite so borderline. I don't know if we actually have to kill every Soviet unit and structure on the map, or if we only have to destroy the sub-pens. Either way, just in case we end up needing a naval component, I'm going to start cranking out some destroyers. Oh, get that, guys.
Yes, sir.
I have a feeling there might be a sub-pen that's out of range of our land units, so we might need a naval force regardless.
Construction options.
Oh, more enemy plane reinforcements flying in from off the map, the big cheaters.
Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Of course it is. Oh, okay.
Unit lost.
Guys, don't attack the LST after it's already dropped everything off. Attack the guys who are killing you.
Ready.
If there's not one in the shroud over there, and if the mission is over just by destroying all the sub-pens, then this might be good game to us.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and make a save, just in case.
Mission saved.
No such luck.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's another sub-pen on reach, or we actually have to just kill everything.
Silos near.
Oh, good grief. I'll build another naval yard then.
Building. Silos near.
Shut up, Ava.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There, enough of your airstrikes.
Construction complete.
Of course, the airstrikes that come from off the map will still attack even if the enemy doesn't have airfields, unless there is a trigger that turns off the off-map airstrikes if you destroy all the enemy airfields, which there might be.
Ready.
Alright, well, let's start making our way with this fleet over in this direction, see if there's another subpen we have to wipe out there. It does say just destroy subpens, doesn't say destroy everything. So assuming that that's accurate, we might not have to mop up every last unit on the map, which would be nice. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be particularly difficult to do so, but it would save us a little time if we don't need to.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
That's quite a few submarines.
Reporting. Knowledge. Affirmative.
Oh wow, that's all kinds of submarines. Well, this is not going great. Maybe I should actually slow things down to battle speed. What are you crying about, Jolene? You were just fed. Meow. Oh, is she getting the zoomies? Sure sounds like it. There she goes. Oh, pets are hilarious. You know, you didn't have to sail within range of the enemy torpedoes. Clearly, you wanted to. It's a thing you chose to do, but you didn't have to do that.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, think we can speed things up again.
Vehicle
Unit
reporting.
ready.
Get those silos. Evil Soviet silos. Get the kennel, too.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Knowledge.
Silos.
Oh, good lord. Shut up, Ava.
Sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Fine, I'll keep building destroyers.
Yes, sir. Knowledge. Affirmative.
Naval unit.
Vehicle support. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Naval unit.
Ugh.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
I bet there's just one subpen here, just out of sight, that we have to destroy. Okay, so destroying all the airfields did... That's a lot of submarines. For crying out loud, I knew this would be annoying. That's why I was hoping I'd be able to do this mission without a big naval push. No such luck. Alright, if I control this correctly... Why can't he move there? Okay, I have no idea. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Because I didn't have the destroyer selected, I had the tank selected.
Silos needed.
Ava, I am going to wring your neck if you don't shut up.
Yes, sir.
If only it were possible to wring a computer's neck. Okay.
Unit ready.
Yeah, he's going to die. Yep.
Lost.
Great.
Building.
Okay. Fleet number 2. The mop-up phase is so annoying. We've clearly won the mission.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledge.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Do. So, how's everybody doing?
Affirmative.
Building.
I'm going to be posting this sometime in 2023, but it is currently early spring of 2022 when I'm recording this, and the weather is beautiful. I love... Did I say spring? Because I meant fall.
Silos.
It is early fall of 2022,
Unit
and I love fall. It's my favorite season. The weather's beautiful, the bugs are all dead,
unit
the trees are all turning beautiful colors. Fall is great. It's a great time to get out for lots of nice nature walks and enjoy all the natural beauty. Okay. These stupid subpens here made this mission take like 5 minutes longer than necessary. 5 whole minutes, guys!
mission.
Just in case it wasn't obvious, I'm making fun of my complaining.
Second objective met. Silos needed. Mission.
Ava, seriously, shut the actual hell up. A replay of the video that we got after Allies Mission 1 of those cruisers shelling that initial Soviet base. And this time we didn't have cruisers, we had destroyers, but hey, good enough. Okay, so anyway, Another mission complete. Next time, for real, we are going to be moving on to some of the expansion missions. This time, we're going to be doing another of the Allied Counter-Strike sub-campaigns, specifically the Sarin Gas campaign. Now, the Sarin Gas campaign, you could kind of drop anywhere in the story, but I feel that this is a fairly appropriate point to put it in pacing-wise. So, that's what we're going to be embarking on next time. Hopefully, you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.